Jania Wilkinson is a single mother living under relentless pressure. Her young daughter, Aria, suffers from a serious medical condition, and every day is a fight just to keep her alive. The cost of Aria's medication is overwhelming, and despite working long hours at a mall retail store, Jania can barely make ends meet. Bills, rent, and the mounting medical expenses create a constant weight on her shoulders, leaving her exhausted, anxious, and desperate. Social services, charities, and healthcare providers offer little help, their slow responses and refusals compounding her fear and frustration. One day, while Jania is in her boss's office collecting her paycheck, masked thieves storm the mall. Chaos erupts in the store, and the robbery spills into the office where she and her boss are both present. Terrified, Jania hides and tries to remain calm, but the situation is violent and confusing. When the robbers escape, the boss, shaken and looking to assign blame, accuses Jania of orchestrating the robbery. He claims she sent the thieves and implies that she manipulated events for financial gain. Jania is stunned. She protests her innocence, insisting she had no part in the crime, but her boss refuses to believe her. The tension escalates, fueled by fear, stress, and the urgent need for her paycheck to buy Aria's medication. Inside the office, Jania pleads with her boss, explaining that she needs her paycheck to save her daughter's life. Her boss refuses to listen and continues to accuse her, undermining her honesty and judgment. Overwhelmed by panic, fear, and desperation, Jania acts impulsively. In a moment of sheer terror and extreme pressure, she shoots her boss. It is not premeditated. It is an instinctive, desperate reaction to the situation around her. Immediately recognizing the severity of what she has done, she flees the office, knowing that the law will now see her as a criminal. Jania becomes a fugitive, but her thoughts remain entirely focused on Aria. Time is running out, and she must find a way to secure her daughter's life-saving medication. Hospitals, charities, and friends are unable to act quickly enough. The fear instilled by the police officer who previously threatened her adds another layer of terror, as she knows that even authorities could be dangerous. Desperate, Jania enters a local bank, intending to obtain emergency funds to buy Aria's medication. She carries a gun for protection, but her aim is not to harm anyone. She simply needs help. When bank staff notice her distress and the weapon, panic spreads among the customers. Police are called, and the situation escalates into a full-blown hostage standoff. Inside, Jania carefully avoids harming anyone, demonstrating restraint even under extreme pressure. Hostages slowly begin to realize that she intends no real harm and that her actions are motivated solely by her desperation to save her daughter. Outside, police tactical units surround the building, and media helicopters broadcast the standoff live. The public perceives Jania as a dangerous criminal, unaware of her story. Inside, her fear intensifies when she sees the police. Despite this, she focuses on protecting the hostages and ensuring her daughter receives the medication she desperately needs. Detective Kay Raymond is brought in to negotiate. From the outset, Kay recognizes that Jania's actions are driven not by malice, but by fear and desperation. Over tense phone conversations, Jania recounts the events that led her here. Aria's worsening condition, her inability to afford medication, losing her job at the mall, the robbery in the boss's office, the false accusation, the shooting in panic, and her fear of the threatening police officer. Kay listens carefully, seeing Jania as a mother cornered by circumstance rather than simply a criminal. The negotiations continue for hours, allowing Jania to explain the full weight of her struggles. She describes years of financial hardship, the constant fear for her daughter, neglect from the healthcare system, and abuse and mistrust in her workplace. The hostages inside the bank begin to empathize with her, seeing her desperation and humanity. Outside, police command pressures Kay to end the standoff quickly, but she risks her career to buy time, ensuring that the situation is resolved peacefully. As the standoff continues, Aria's condition becomes critical. Jania realizes she must make a decisive choice. Under Kay's careful guidance, she steps out of the bank to surrender. Slowly, she emerges, making sure no hostages are harmed. Police take her into custody peacefully. Her surrender is not a defeat. It is an act of love for her daughter and an acceptance of the consequences of her desperate actions. In the aftermath, the truth about Jania's situation is revealed. The public learns about the robbery in the boss's office, the false accusation, the shooting, and the extreme circumstances that drove her actions. Opinions begin to shift as people understand the systemic failures that pushed her to the edge, from healthcare, neglect to financial struggles, from workplace abuse to threats from law enforcement. Straw leaves viewers reflecting on the human cost of indifference and asks the haunting question: how many people are pushed to desperate acts before anyone truly notices or cares? Jania's story is tragic yet powerful. It is a testament to the lengths a mother will go to protect her child, and a stark reflection on survival, desperation, and the failures of systems meant to protect society's most vulnerable.